Hi guys, my name is Sam Thompson and this is a day in the life of a security professional. So I work as a door supervisor in a theatre in Hammersmith. I've been doing it for the past 3 years on and off and I'm looking to get into it full time. So on a basic day today, sometimes before my shift I actually have my son, so I would do the school run, drop him off to school, then head on to work. Before work, obviously you've got to keep your hygiene clean, have your shower, your morning pieces, have a breakfast. Normally write out my day plan so I'll have an idea of what my duties are that day, if we've got a press night on or any celebrities entering the building, just so I'm a bit more up to date with any changes that might happen that day. And then literally it's grab my stuff, pack my bags, head off to work. So what I like to do before I actually start work, I actually do struggle a little bit with dyslexia. So breaking down my duties in a stressful environment I found can be a little bit too much. So I like to take a peaceful stroll through the local park on the way to work. So this is my local park. Travel through here pretty much every morning these days. It's a really nice environment just to take in a bit of fresh air and also your local people around you. It's really nice sometimes bump into people that you might want to see or might not. This is literally my first sort of bit of exercise before I start work. So sometimes I can do a little jog, I like jog, but today we're just going to take a casual stroll. So normally I leave about an hour ahead of schedule just to give myself a bit more time in case there's problems with transport or, I don't know, people you bump into and you want to avoid and stuff like that. But yeah, generally I leave it about an hour before my shift starts just to give myself plenty of leeway and get in time ahead of schedule. Come here for lunch, or even I've had a few times where I've had to escort people out of the building and drop them off to this station, whether they be lost or vulnerable adults. So yeah, it's a building that I'm familiar with, put it that way. Hey guys, here we are at the Lyric. So this is the box office area, the main point of entrance for the building. So normally when I enter the building, I'll greet my manager here, head upstairs. We have different managers for all different positions, so you're going to meet a few. So I'd come in, greet this manager here, sign in book, head upstairs and greet my other manager, welcome the guests and the staff and just make sure I have an idea of what's been going on in the building. So let's go and sign in. Cool, so as I come upstairs I noticed a couple of things. Make sure the fire exits are on, our main lights are actually currently off, so that's a mental note added and I'll get them on in a bit. I'm just going to head up and make sure I've got all my keys. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello. So as you've noticed, we do have a bar. We are a public building. We run as a charity, but we have many members of the public coming in enjoying the feasts of Hammersmith. So I've just got into the building. I've made my way upstairs to the public area where the young people will wait. I've headed into the office, signed in and greeted my manager. I've been updated with any changes to my duties for today. Luckily it's a normal day, so yeah, we're just going to start our shift. So today I've actually got to do two roles. I'm hosting a class later, which means working with the young people that use this building, and I'm also going into a security shift after that role. So I'll be locking up the building and being a point of contact for the customers this afternoon. We've got about 20 minutes before our shift starts, so we're going to do a tour of the building and just make sure there's no hazards or anything to look out for. So when we have a show running, my main responsibilities are to be a point of contact for staff and for the customers, to stand here as they come upstairs and guide them to where they're meant to be, but also liaise with my manager and report any security hazards that might be going on. My main duties are to open up the building at the start of my shift, to make sure we're running at a safe standard, so that might be setting the fire alarm panel or resetting different switches to make sure we're ready to go for the day, to make sure there's no dangers or hazards in the building, so unwanted items or people left over from the previous night. So yeah, just to make sure the building's running to its usual standards safely and ready for the public to use. So we're going to head off to the film and TV studio now. So I need to unlock the room, make sure the room's safe and tidy and clear and ready to use. Let's go. So we'd also put our door stopper in like this, just in case we have any vulnerable adults or non-abled adults that are using this room. We'd come in, do a check, fingers crossed that it's not too unorganised. Today it's not too bad actually. So as you can see, we've got a lot of equipment, a lot of hazardous items and a lot of chairs. So my first duty would be to clean the space. Cool, so now that's all done, it's time for us to head downstairs to the back part of the building, update the fire panels, make sure they're all ready for today and the rooms are unlocked and safe, ready for the public. Let's go. Be the first person or last person in the building, so to set up or close the building down safely, to make sure everything's running as smoothly and as correctly as possible, whether that be fire alarm panels or the maintenance of the building, checking in that the windows are all securely locked, padlocks are locked up and there's nothing left around that shouldn't be. Also checking the building, making sure there's no unwanted customers or dangerous people in the building, and maintaining CCTV or reporting any issues back to my manager.